Adam sat at the small table by the window in his home. The world outside was always a little strange to him, even after living here for 2 years. The sky had a different shade of blue, and the trees were taller and had glowing leaves at night. Sometimes he missed Earth, but most days he just missed feeling normal. He looked at the empty chair across from him. That was where Lara, his alien wife, usually sat when she joined him for dinner. Tonight, like many nights, she was not there. Adam tried not to think about the reasons why. He knew their marriage was not like the ones he saw growing up. It was arranged by leaders from both their worlds, meant to keep the peace and show that humans and Lyra's people could live together. It was not about love. Sometimes Adam wondered if Lyra even liked him at all. Lyra was from the Shari, a proud and old race of warriors. She was taller than Adam, with deep gray skin and sharp blue eyes that sometimes looked right through him. Her hair was long and white, always tied back. She spoke in a calm, flat voice and never smiled. She also never touched Adam, not even by accident. It was like there was an invisible wall around her. Adam remembered the day they met. He had stood in a big hall with strange music playing. People watched them from every side. Lyra had walked toward him with steady steps, wearing a suit of armor that made her look even more distant. She nodded at him and spoke the vows in her own language. Adam did the same, hoping things would get better after the ceremony. They never really did. Lyra moved into Adam's small home on the edge of the city. She brought only a few things: a heavy case of armor, a long silver sword, and a book written in the Kari language. Adam tried to talk to her every day, asking questions about her home and family, but she only gave short answers. She cooked her own food and spent hours in the garden working in silence. At night, she would sit in the living room and polish her armor, while Adam watched old movies on his tablet. At work, Adam tried not to think about his odd marriage. He worked at a repair shop, fixing small machines and sometimes cars. His boss, an old man named Jerry, liked to tell stories from Earth. The other workers were friendly enough, but they joked about Lara often. They called her the statue, or the Ice Queen. Adam always forced a laugh, not wanting anyone to know how much it bothered him. One day, a new neighbor moved into the apartment next door. Her name was Lily, and she seemed to be about Adam's age. She had short brown hair and a big smile. She waved at Adam the first time she saw him in the hallway and asked if he needed help carrying his groceries. Adam thanked her, and soon Lily started stopping by to talk. She asked about his work, about life on the planet, and even about Lyra. Adam told her the truth. Things were a bit awkward, but he was getting used to it. That night, Adam tried to talk to Lyra again. She was outside, in the garden, sitting on a large stone. The moonlight made her armor shine. Adam sat down a few feet away. "Lyra," he said quietly, "do you like living here?" She did not answer right away. She looked up at the stars for a long time before finally speaking. "It is my duty to be here," Lyra said. "I will do what is needed. That is enough." Adam wanted to ask more, but he could feel the wall between them growing thicker. He stood up and went back inside, feeling more alone than ever. As the days passed, Adam noticed small, strange things happening. One morning, he found a note slipped. Under his door it said, "Go home, human." Adam thought it was just a joke. Another day, he saw scratches on his front door, as if someone had tried to break in. He called the building manager, but they said it was probably just an animal. Adam started to feel uneasy. One evening, Adam and Lily sat on a bench outside the apartment building. Lily told him about a new restaurant that opened in the city. She asked if he wanted to come with her and try the food. Adam agreed, thinking it might be nice to have a friend. As they talked, he noticed Lyra standing in the shadow of a tree, watching them. Her face was hard to read, but her eyes did not leave them for a second. Later that night, Adam told Lyra about the dinner plans with Lily. He wanted to be honest. "She's just a friend," he said, hoping Lyra would understand. Lyra nodded slowly, but said nothing. She walked away, her armor making a soft sound on the floor. The next day at work, Adam's co-workers whispered about him more than usual. One of them, Rick, leaned over and said, "Careful, man. I heard Lily had an accident this morning." Slipped on the stairs or something. She's in the hospital. Adam felt cold all over. He thought about Lara standing in the shadows, watching. He tried to call Lily, but she did not answer. Adam went home that night with a heavy feeling. Lyra was in the kitchen, cutting vegetables with careful, sharp movements. He watched her for a moment, then finally asked, "Did you know what happened to Lily?" Lyra paused but did not look up. "No," she said in her calm voice. "Accidents happen." Adam did not believe her, but he did not say anything else. He went to his room and sat on the bed, staring at the wall. He wondered if Lara was really protecting him, or if she was just making sure he belonged to her and no one else. The thought scared him more than he wanted to admit. Adam started to notice more warnings. People at work stopped talking to him. Someone left another note on his door. At night, he sometimes heard strange sounds outside, but when he looked, there was nothing there. Lyra always seemed to know when he was worried. She would sit quietly in the living room, never saying a word, but always watching. One night, Adam was walking home from the shop when he felt someone following him. He turned and saw a tall stranger in a dark coat. The person moved closer, saying, "You don't belong here, human." Adam tried to walk faster, but the stranger grabbed his arm. Suddenly, Lyra appeared out of the darkness. She did not say a word, but her presence was enough. The stranger looked at her, eyes wide, and then ran away as fast as he could. Lyra looked at Adam and said, "Go home, now." Adam did not sleep much that night. He kept thinking about the way Lyra had just appeared, silent and strong. He wondered what she was capable of, and if anyone could ever get close to him as long as she was there. The next morning, Adam tried to talk to Lyra again. He wanted answers, but she only said, "It is my job to keep you safe. That is all that matters." Adam sat alone at the table, feeling lost. He looked at the empty chair and wondered if things would ever change. Outside, the sky was a strange blue, and the world felt even more distant, and still, every night, Lyra watched over him. Never close enough to touch, but never letting anyone else near. Adam woke up feeling tired, even though he had slept for many hours. He went to the kitchen to make some tea. Lyra was there, as usual, sitting by the window and staring out into the early morning light. She wore her armor, even though she did not need to fight anyone today. The silence between them felt heavy. Adam thought about what happened the night before. He remembered how the stranger had run away as soon as Lyra appeared. He tried to think of something to say, something that might help him understand his wife. He sat down across from her and spoke softly. "Lyra, do you watch me all the time?" Adam asked. Lyra looked at him, her eyes calm and unreadable. She answered, "You are in my care. It is my responsibility." Adam was not sure how to reply. He wished she would talk more, or at least act like she cared. He wondered if she felt anything for him at all, or if she was only following orders. He decided not to push her. Instead, he finished his tea and got ready for work. At the repair shop, Adam tried to focus on fixing a broken generator. He was careful with his tools, but his mind kept drifting. He wondered if people were still talking about him behind his back. He remembered how Lily had fallen down the stairs after talking to him. He missed having someone to talk to. "Jerry?" His boss came over and patted him on the back. "You look worried, son," Jerry said. "Everything all right at home?" Adam wanted to say yes, but he hesitated. "I'm not sure," he said quietly. "Lyra is different. I think she's trying to protect me, but I don't know why." Jerry nodded. "You married into a powerful family, Adam. The Carey are not like us. Maybe she shows her feelings in other ways." Adam tried to believe Jerry, but he was not sure. He worked the rest of the day in silence. Nobody joked with him anymore. He noticed that people looked away when he walked by. When Adam left work, the sun was setting. The city looked peaceful, but Adam felt nervous. He walked quickly down the street, keeping an eye on the shadows. When he reached his apartment building, he saw a group of people standing near the entrance. They were arguing with the building manager. Adam tried to pass by quietly, but one of the men noticed him. "Hey, that's the human married to the Carey," the man said. The others looked at Adam with suspicion. Adam tried to ignore them and went inside. He found Lara in the living room, cleaning her sword. She looked up when he entered. Did something happen? She asked. Adam shook his head. Just some people outside. They don't like me being here, I think. Lyra nodded, then put her sword away. You should not talk to them. If anyone troubles you, tell me. Adam did not answer. He wanted to ask Lyra why she always kept her distance. He wanted to ask why she never touched him, even though they were married. But the words felt too heavy, and he was afraid of her answer. That night, Adam lay in bed and stared at the ceiling. He heard Lyra walking quietly in the hallway. He wondered if she ever slept, or if she spent every night watching the door, waiting for trouble. A few days later, Adam tried to call Lily again. She answered this time, her voice weak. Adam, I'm okay, Lily said. It was just an accident. I should be more careful. Adam felt guilty. I'm sorry, Lily. I hope you get better soon. They talked for a few more minutes, but Lily sounded nervous. She told Adam that maybe it was best if they did not meet for a while. Adam agreed, but he felt more alone than ever. That afternoon, Adam decided to take a walk to clear his mind. He walked through the city park, where flowers glowed softly in the evening light. The park was empty except for an old man feeding the birds. Adam sat on a bench and watched the sky turn dark. After a while, he noticed someone sitting on the bench across from him. It was a young Carry man with silver hair and sharp eyes. The man looked at Adam and smiled. You are Adam, Lyra's husband, the man said. Adam nodded. Yes, that's me, the man leaned forward. You are lucky, you know. Most humans do not survive long with a Kari partner. Adam felt a chill run down his spine. Why do you say that? The man shrugged. The Kari are strong and proud. We do not like outsiders. If someone threatens what is ours, we protect it. No matter what, Adam was not sure how to respond. He thought about the way Lyra had scared away the stranger, and about Lily's accident. He wondered if Lyra's family was watching him too. When Adam got home, he found Lyra waiting for him. She stood in the hallway, looking serious. Where were you? She asked. I just went for a walk, Adam said. I needed some fresh air. Lyra nodded, but she seemed troubled. You must be careful. There are those who do not want us together. Adam looked at her, searching for any sign of warmth. Do you want us to be together, Lyra? Lyra was quiet for a long time. Then she said, It is my duty to protect you. That is all I am allowed to say. Adam felt a wave of sadness. He wished things were different. He wished Lyra could be honest with him. But he knew there were rules he did not understand. The next morning, Adam went to work early. He found a note on his locker. It read, Stay away from the Kari or else. Adam's hands shook as he crumpled the paper. He thought about telling Jerry, but decided against it. He did not want to cause more trouble. That night, Adam cooked dinner for himself and Lyra. He tried to make a dish from her homeworld, using a recipe he found online. The food tasted strange, but Lyra ate it without complaint. They sat in silence, eating together but feeling far apart. After dinner, Lyra stood up and walked to the window. She looked out at the city lights. Do you miss your home, Adam? She asked. Adam was surprised by her question. Sometimes, he said. I miss my family. I miss how things used to be, Lyra nodded. I miss my home too, but I cannot go back, not yet. Adam felt a sudden urge to reach out to her, but he stopped himself. He remembered the way she always pulled away when he got too close. The days went by slowly. Adam and Lyra fell into a quiet routine. Adam went to work. Lyra took care of the home and the garden. Sometimes Adam would see her talking to other Kari in the street. They always looked at him with cold eyes. One night, Adam woke up to a loud noise outside. He rushed to the window and saw a group of people gathered near the building. They were shouting and holding signs. Adam could not read all the words, but he saw his own name and Lyra's name on some of them. Lyra came into the room, holding her sword. Stay here, she said. Adam watched as Lyra walked outside, her back straight and her head high. The crowd grew quiet as she approached. Adam could not hear what she said, but after a few moments, the crowd slowly began to leave. Lyra stood outside for a long time, watching until everyone was gone. When she came back inside, she put her sword away and sat down at the table. "Are you all right?" Adam asked. Lyra nodded. "No one will bother us tonight." Adam wanted to thank her, but he did not know how. He sat beside her in silence. For a moment he felt like they were on the same side, even if they were still separated by walls he could not see. As the days passed, Adam noticed that the people in the building kept their distance. Nobody knocked on his door, nobody smiled in the hallway. It was like he and Lyra lived in a bubble that nobody could enter. Sometimes Adam wondered if Lyra was lonely too. He saw her sitting by herself in the garden staring up at the stars. He wondered what she thought about. He wondered if she ever wished things were different. Adam knew he had to find a way to reach her. He just did not know how. Adam woke up early, before the sun rose. He could hear the quiet sounds of Lyra moving in the other room. He stayed in bed for a while, listening. Even now, after so many months, Adam could not always tell what Lyra was thinking. Sometimes it felt like she was close to him, and other times she felt so far away that it was hard to remember they were married. He got up and went to the kitchen. Lyra was sitting at the table with a cup of hot drink, looking out the window. Adam made his own drink and sat across from her. He wanted to ask her what she thought about the crowd from the other night, but he was afraid it would upset her. Instead, Adam said, "Thank you for protecting me." Lyra looked at him, her face still. She nodded and said, "It is my duty." Adam wanted to say more. He wanted to tell her that he wished their lives were different, that he wished she could touch his hand or even smile at him. But he did not know how to start, so he finished his drink in silence. At work, Adam tried to focus on fixing machines, but he kept thinking about Lyra. He remembered what Jerry had told him about the Kari. Maybe she showed her feelings in a different way. But Adam was not sure if Lyra even wanted to be close to him, or if she was only there because she had to be. When he finished work, Adam walked home through the quiet streets. He noticed people looked at him and then looked away. He remembered the signs and the shouting. He wondered if it would ever stop. That evening, Adam sat in the living room while Lyra read her Kari book. He tried to break the silence. "Lyra, do you miss your family?" he asked. Lyra was quiet for a long time. Finally she said, "Yes, but I cannot see them." "Not now," Adam nodded. "I miss mine too. Maybe one day things will change?" Lyra closed her book and looked at Adam. "Why do you stay here, Adam? Why not return to your people?" Adam thought about her question. He wanted to be honest. "I stay because I promised I would, and because I think you need me too." Lyra's eyes grew soft for just a second, but then her face became serious again. "You are safer with me. That is all that matters." Adam wanted to ask her if she cared about him, but he stopped himself. He could see it was hard for her to talk about feelings. That night, Adam dreamed of Earth. He saw his mother and father waving at him. He wanted to run to them, but something held him back. He woke up feeling lonely and confused. The next day, Adam was surprised to see Lily waiting outside the apartment building. She still looked weak, but she smiled when she saw Adam. "I wanted to see you," Lily said. "I've been thinking a lot." "Are you okay?" Adam nodded, glad to see a friendly face. "I'm all right. Things have been strange." Lily looked around. Before speaking quietly, "People are afraid of Lyra. They think she's dangerous. Some say she's done things to keep others away from you." Adam frowned. "I don't know what to believe. I just know she protects me. I think she has to." Lily sighed. "Maybe she does. But Adam, do you want this life? Do you want to always be alone?" Adam did not answer. He did not know what to say. Lily squeezed his arm gently before leaving. Adam watched her go, feeling even more lost. Later that day, Adam tried to talk to Lyra again. He found her in the garden, tending to the glowing flowers. "Lyra, can I ask you something?" Adam said. She did not look at him, but she nodded. "Why don't you let me get close to you? Why can't we be like other couples?" Lyra was silent for a long time. Finally, she said, "There are rules for the Kari. We do not mix with other kinds. I am not allowed to be close even if I want to." Adam looked at her in surprise. "Do you want to?" Lyra turned to face him. Her blue eyes were very sad. Sometimes I do. But if I break the rules, I lose my honor. I could be sent away, or worse, you could be hurt. Adam tried to understand. He realized then that Lyra was afraid too. She was not cold because she wanted to be, but because she was following the rules of her people. For the first time, Adam felt closer to her. He took a step closer and spoke softly. I don't care about rules, Lyra. I care about you. I just want to know you're here for me, not just because you have to be. Lyra looked down. It is not easy, Adam. My people watch me. They watch you too. If they see us break the rules, they will do something. I do not want to see you get hurt. Adam nodded slowly. He could feel the weight of her words. He wanted to fight for her, but he was not sure how. That evening, Adam saw a message on his tablet. It was from a group of humans who wanted to meet with him. They said they wanted to help him and protect him from the Sherry. Adam was not sure what to do. He was tired of being alone, but he did not want to cause more trouble for Lyra. He showed the message to Lyra. She looked at it and shook her head. Do not go, she said. They do not understand. If you meet them, it will cause problems. Adam wanted to trust her, but he was tired of being afraid. He thought about meeting the humans in secret. Maybe they could help him. Maybe he could finally have a real friend again. The next day, Adam left the apartment and went to the meeting place, a small cafe near the city center. The humans greeted him warmly. They asked about Lyra and about the threats he had faced. Adam told them everything, hoping they would have answers. One of the men, named Don, leaned forward. We want you to come live with us, Adam. It's safer. You shouldn't have to live in fear. Adam hesitated. What about Lyra? Don shrugged. She can visit if she wants, but you don't have to stay trapped. Adam felt torn. He wanted to be safe, but he also did not want to leave Lyra. He thanked the group and promised to think about it. When Adam got home, Lyra was waiting. She could see something had changed. Where were you? She asked. Adam told her the truth. About the meeting. Lyra listened quietly, then said, You must choose, Adam. You cannot live in both worlds. If you leave, I cannot protect you. Adam felt his heart beat faster. Do you want me to stay? Lyra looked into his eyes. For a moment, Adam thought she might cry, but she only said, Yes, but it must be your choice. Adam nodded. He realized this was the first time Lyra had told him what she wanted. That night, Adam sat alone and thought about his choices. He could stay with Lyra and accept the cold walls between them. Or he could leave and try to find happiness somewhere else, but he would always wonder what might have been in the morning. Adam walked to the garden and found Lyra there, waiting for him. He stood beside her, close enough to almost touch. I choose to stay, Adam said. I choose you. Lyra closed her eyes, and for the first time, Adam saw her smile, a small, gentle smile that gave him hope. They stood together, side by side, in the quiet morning light. The world outside was still full of danger and rules, but Adam felt stronger now. He was not alone. Adam woke up the next day feeling different. For the first time in a long while, he was not confused about his decision. He chose Lyra. The choice was not simple, but he felt better now that he had made it. He wondered if things would get better between them, or if the rules would always stand between them. Lyra was in the kitchen when Adam came out of his room. She was making tea. She looked at Adam and nodded, her face softer than usual. Adam smiled at her. He felt shy, even after so many months together. Thank you for making tea, Adam said. Can we sit together for a while? Lyra nodded again. They sat in silence, but it was not an uncomfortable silence. Adam felt that maybe, just maybe, Lyra wanted to be close to him, even if she could not show it in the ways he was used to. After they finished, Adam decided to go outside and tend to the garden. Lyra followed him, watching him carefully. As Adam worked in the garden, he saw two Kari men watching them from the street. They talked quietly to each other but did not come closer. Adam felt uneasy. He knew that some Kari did not approve of his marriage with Lyra. He tried to ignore them, but Lyra noticed. They are from my family, Lyra said in a low voice. They watch us. They want to make sure I do not break the rules. Adam put down his tools and looked at her. Do you want me to talk to them? Lyra shook her head. No, it is better if you do not. If they see us together like this, they might already be angry. But I do not care. I am tired of living in fear. Adam felt proud of her for saying that. He reached out, wanting to touch her hand, but stopped himself just in time. Lyra saw his hand and smiled a little, a rare and precious thing. Later that day, Adam went to the city to buy food. He saw Don, the human man from the meeting, in the market. Don waved at him. Adam, have you decided? Don asked. Adam nodded. I am staying with Lara. I cannot leave her. Don looked disappointed but nodded. Be careful, Adam. Things are changing in the city. Some humans are afraid of the Kari. There is talk of protests. Adam promised to be careful. He walked home quickly, thinking about what Dan had said. When he returned, Lyra was waiting for him. There are people outside, she said. Some are humans, some are Kari. I think trouble is coming. Adam went to the window and saw a group gathering in the street. They were shouting, holding signs, and some were even throwing things at the building. The air was full of anger and fear. Adam felt his heart beat faster. Suddenly, a rock crashed through the window, landing near Lyra. She did not flinch. Adam pulled her away from the window, but Lyra stood tall. We have to do something, Adam said. We cannot stay inside forever, Lyra nodded. She put on her armor and picked up her sword. Adam watched as she prepared. She looked stronger than anyone he had ever known. I will go out and talk to them, Lyra said. You stay here. Adam shook his head. No, I am coming with you. We have to show them we are together. Lyra looked at him with worry but did not argue. They walked out together, side by side. The crowd became quiet when they saw Lyra in her shining armor. Some of the humans looked scared. Some of the Kari looked angry. One Kari man stepped forward. He was older, with silver hair like Lyra's. He spoke in a deep voice. You have broken our rules, Lyra. You are too close to the human. Lyra stood tall. Adam is my husband. I protect him. I do not care about the old rules anymore. The man's face grew dark with anger. If you choose him, you will lose your honor. You will be cast out. Adam saw fear in Lyra's eyes, but she did not back down. I choose Adam, she said. If I'm cast out, then so be it. I will not let anyone hurt him. The humans in the crowd started shouting too. Some were angry, saying that humans and Kari should not mix. Others shouted that love was more important than old rules. The crowd became louder. Someone tried to throw a bottle at Adam, but Lyra blocked it with her arm. Adam stepped forward and spoke loudly. Lyra is my wife. She has done nothing wrong. If you want to hurt me, you will have to go through both of us. The crowd moved closer, and for a moment Adam thought there would be a fight. But then something surprising happened. One of the Kari women stepped forward. She looked at Lyra and Adam, then nodded. Let them be, she said. The world is changing. We must change too. Slowly, others began to agree. Some of the humans and Kari left, shaking their heads. A few stayed and watched as Lyra stood proudly by Adam's side. When the crowd finally left, Adam and Lyra went back inside. Adam felt shaken, but he was glad he had stood with Lyra. He saw respect in her eyes. That night, Lyra sat with Adam in the living room. She took off her armor and put her sword away. She spoke quietly. You were brave today, Adam. You did not have to stand with me, but you did. Adam smiled. I will always stand with you. I do not care about the old rules either, Lyra nodded. Maybe things will change now. Maybe my people will listen. Days passed, and the city slowly returned to normal. Adam and Lyra were still watched by some, but many people left them alone. Sometimes humans and Kari would come to ask them questions. They wanted to know how Adam and Lyra made their marriage work, even with all the challenges. Adam told them the truth. It is not easy, but we care for each other. That is enough. Lyra began to speak more openly too. She talked about her family, her training as a warrior, and her fears. Adam listened to her, happy to hear her thoughts. One evening, Lyra came to Adam as he sat in the garden. She sat beside him, closer than ever before. I have spoken to my people, she said. I asked them to change the rules. They said it will take time, but they will consider it. Adam reached out, his hand only inches from hers. "Thank you, Lyra, for fighting for us." Lyra looked at him, and for the first time, she seemed truly at peace. They sat together in the garden until the stars appeared. Adam felt hope for the first time in a long while. Maybe things could change. Maybe he and Lyra could be more than just husband and wife by name. Maybe they could really be together with nothing between them. As night fell, Adam and Lyra watched the glowing trees and listened to the quiet sounds of the city. The world was still dangerous, but together they felt strong. Adam knew the future would not be easy, but he was ready to face it as long as Lyra was by his side. Adam woke up early on the day of the council meeting. He did not sleep much the night before because he was worried about what might happen. The carry leaders had finally agreed to meet with him and Lyra to discuss their marriage and the old rules. Adam was nervous. He knew how important this day was for both him and Lyra. It was not just about them anymore. Many people, both human and carry, would be watching to see what happened. Lyra was calm as she prepared. She put on her best robe, not her armor, and brushed her long white hair until it shone. Adam wore his nicest shirt and tried to look confident, even though his hands shook a little. Before they left the house, Lyra turned to Adam and said, "No matter what happens, I am proud to be with you." Adam nodded and smiled. "I am proud of you too." The city felt different that morning. There were not many people on the streets, but Adam knew that most of them were waiting to hear news from the council. When Adam and Lyra arrived at the council building, they saw carry guards standing outside and many human leaders waiting as well. Some people nodded to Adam, showing support, but others looked away or whispered inside. The council room was large and full of light. Carry elders sat on one side, humans on the other. Adam and Lyra stood together in the center, everyone's eyes on them. The head carry elder, a woman named Sira, spoke first. She was old and wise, with silver hair and a gentle voice. "Some time ago, our people made rules to keep peace," Sira said. "Now, we see that times have changed. You, Lyra, have broken the old rule. You have shown loyalty to your human husband. Adam, you have shown courage by staying beside her. We are here to decide what will happen next." Lyra stood straight and proud. She spoke in a clear voice. "I do not want to hide my feelings anymore. I care for Adam. I want to be with him. I am willing to lose my honor if that is the cost. But I believe it is time for new rules." Adam felt his heart beat faster. He looked at the human leaders, then at the carry elders. The room was silent. No one spoke for a long time. Then Adam spoke. "I did not understand Lyra's world at first. I was afraid. But now I know that we are stronger together. We do not want to break the peace. We want to show that humans and carry can trust each other, can care for each other." One of the human leaders, a woman named Grace, stood up. "It is true that things are changing. There are more families like Adam and Lyra. We should listen to them." The carry elders began to talk among themselves in their own language. Adam could not understand everything, but he could hear words like change, danger, and future. Lyra squeezed his hand under the table, and Adam was surprised. She had never touched him before in public. It gave him courage. After a while, Elder Sarah raised her hand for silence. "We have listened. The old rules were made to protect us, but maybe now they are hurting us. We will not punish Lyra. We will watch and we will learn. We will begin to change, but slowly. You, Adam and Lyra, will help us understand what is needed." Adam let out a long breath he did not know he was holding. He looked at Lyra, and she gave him a small, real smile. It was the beginning of something new. After the meeting, people came up to talk to Adam and Lyra. Some thanked them. Others just, watched. Adam saw Jerry, his old boss, in the crowd. Jerry gave him a thumbs up and said, "You did good, kid." As Adam and Lyra walked home, they saw children from both races playing together in the street. Adam remembered when people avoided him, but now some neighbors smiled and waved. Not everyone was happy, but it was a start. That evening, Adam and Lyra sat together in their small living room. The sun was setting, and the sky outside was pink and gold. Lyra took Adam's hand in hers, this time not caring who might see. I never thought this would happen, Adam said softly. I thought we would always be apart, even in the same room, Lyra nodded. I was afraid too, but you showed me that things can change if we try. Adam squeezed her hand. He remembered all the lonely nights, all the times he felt like giving up. But now, with Lyra beside him, he felt stronger than he ever had. Weeks passed, and life slowly became easier. Adam returned to work, and his co-workers were more friendly now. Jerry even invited Adam and Lyra to a dinner at his house. At the market, people no longer whispered when Adam and Lyra walked by. Some even greeted them with respect. Lyra's family took longer to accept the change. At first, her brother and cousins did not visit. But after seeing that Lyra was happy and that she and Adam were safe, even her brother came for tea one day. He was quiet, but he brought a small gift, a book written in both Carrie and English. Adam knew it was a sign of peace. Adam and Lyra started to help other couples who were struggling with old rules. Sometimes they gave advice, and sometimes they just listened. Adam felt proud when he saw a new couple holding hands in public for the first time. Lyra smiled more too, and she became known as a voice for peace in the community. There were still hard days. Sometimes someone would say something cruel, or Adam would see fear in a stranger's eyes, but those times became rare. The world did not change all at once, but Adam knew it was changing a little bit every day. One night, Adam and Lyra went for a walk in the garden behind their building. The glowing flowers shone in the dark, lighting their way. Lyra stopped and looked at Adam. Adam, she said quietly, I am not afraid anymore. I want to be with you, truly. Adam smiled and reached for her. This time she did not pull away. They held each other, feeling the warmth and closeness that had been missing for so long. Adam knew there would still be challenges ahead. But he also knew that together, he and Lyra could face anything. They were no longer just following rules. They were making their own path, side by side. As the stars filled the sky, Adam felt a happiness he had never known before. His alien wife, who once would not touch him, now stood with him for all the world to see. She was his protector, his partner, and his friend. They walked back to their home, hand in hand, ready for whatever the future would bring.